Hi there, my friend, and thanks so much for joining us for this episode of Up Next on Access Hamilton. I'm your friendly neighborhood weatherman and host of the show, Nor'easter Nick. I cannot believe that we are wrapping up June already. I mean, where does the time go? It was a busy month here in town with a lot going on, so we want to kind of hit the brakes and highlight some of those amazing things. So much time, effort, and volunteer work went into planning the 8th annual Hamilton Food Truck Festival, as well as breaking it all down. So on all parts, amazing work by everybody involved. Hundreds of people descended upon Hamilton to enjoy the variety of cuisine at all the trucks, as well as the entertainment and the specials at Hamilton's local breweries and distillery offered in the Eagle Theater Beer Garden. It is always a fun and filling event and something that I know many look forward to every year. An amazing job is done by the organizers at Main Street Hamilton and all their volunteers, the Eagle Theater, the Hamilton Highway Department, for all their help in keeping downtown clean before, during, and after. And a special thank you to the sponsors who, without their generosity, this event would not be possible. Unless you live under a rock or you're new to town, which in that case, you'll get a free pass for now. Don't let it happen again. You know that Hamilton is the official blueberry capital of the world. We love those things, right? The more, the better. But have you ever wondered what the process of getting those blueberries from farm to table looks like? I know I have, and that's why I sat down with an old friend of mine to get a behind-the-scenes look at the operation.
So the blueberries are dumped onto the packing lines. So first you have the blower cleaner, which removes all the leaves and the stems. Following that, they go through the color sorters, we call them, and soft sorters. So the color sorters will take out the green berries, and the soft sorters will take out the softer berries. And following that, they go through a final visual inspection, where any defects that got through the line didn't get sorted out, they'll be taken out visually. And from there, it gets put into the clamshell. Each clamshell is labeled, and then it's put into a carton, and then they're palletized. We pack per customer requirements, so packaging can span from pint clamshells to larger packs like 2-pound clamshells. So once they are packed, we actually hold them here in our coolers, get them down to temperature, which is 36 degrees, and from there, they're loaded onto the appropriate trucks and they're shipped out all across the United States. It's a misconception that blueberries are just a summer job. Blueberries are really a year-round thing. Post-harvest in the fall is when we start to kind of manicure the fields, trim the bushes, get them ready for next year's production. Farmers pour their hearts and their soul into farming, and it really takes a lot of patience and a lot of dedication to deliver a product that's worthy to the customer. Farming is one of those industries that remains unchanged in a sense. I mean, you have technology that has improved efficiency and whatnot, but at the end of the day, it's a plant that grows, fruit in this case, and there's only so many ways to get it from the bush into the packaging, to the customer. So it's such a great thing to be a part of.
How cool is that? I never in a million years would have imagined there's so much tech involved. Super cool. One of the biggest events of the year kicked off this past weekend, and as always, was a smashing success. It was hot, but not too hot, as Mother Nature cooperated in the right direction. The Red, White, and Blueberry Festival, of course I'm talking about. I caught up with Mr. John Runfellow and Chief Friel to talk more about it.
It's fabulous. Again, it's very rewarding. Got great cooperation from everybody, the town, police, civic clubs, all our volunteers are fabulous. And the National Honor Society from Hamilton, again, our own people from the Chamber of Commerce, and volunteers who are not in the Chamber of Commerce. All the vendors have been great. We got different kinds of food. It's been fabulous. Just a lot of fun. I mean, there's something for everybody. It's a very trite saying, but it's the truth. You got a car show, it's fabulous. You got little kiddie rides. Again, it's just for kiddies. It's like 10 and under. We got incredible food, all kinds of food, and everything blueberry. And whenever I get asked people what their favorite part is, they say, it's great music. I love it. The cars are fabulous. I like the crafters, but when push comes to shove, it says, I love blueberries, and they come for the blueberries. And again, they go home with crates of blueberries, not a pint, not 2 pints, but crates of blueberries. And we're the blueberry capital of the world for a reason. And they're just fresh picked. I mean, they're fabulous.
Well, like any other event, we have to make sure that the area is safe for people to come to. So we set up areas where there's no parking so traffic can travel through the area unhampered. And then we close off certain roadways, which Road of Excellence as a public roadway is closed for the event for the day. And we also want to make sure that people are aware of the climate. We want to put out there that they should be prepared for the warm weather, having either some parasols, something to keep them in the shade for a little bit. There's shade tents that are out here, and make sure that they're well equipped, hydrated, so that this way we don't have any heat exhaustion for the event. Well, next up we have our Independence Day parade that's going to be on July 4th, and then right thereafter we have the Mount Carmel Festival that's going to be the 11th through the 16th. And the 16th being the last day and the day of the procession. I think that's going to be a tremendous turnout for that day.
There were certainly a lot of things to enjoy, but I agree with John. It was the blueberry that stole the show. Looking forward to next year already. As always, incredible job putting together such an amazing event. June is Pride Month, not only here in Hamilton, but across the world. We celebrate the solidarity with the LGBT community and affirm equal rights for all. This past Saturday night was Hamilton Pride's first ever event in Hamilton.
So tonight we are here in downtown Hamilton hosting Hamilton Pride's first outdoor event here with our open mic night and comedy. Tonight's headliner is Michelle Tomko, who is one of AC's best nightlife comedians. Putting together the first Pride event, it was quite last minute, but everything came together pretty nicely between the talent. We've had a great turnout as far as guests. We've also had great turnout for talent. Everybody willing to come up to the mic. Been pretty good. People can visit www.hamiltonpride.com to learn more about what our mission is and other upcoming events. They can also find us on Facebook and Instagram and connect with us and take it from there.
It was an honor to attend something so much dedication went into, and I look forward to the big things that Hamilton Pride has to offer. Thanks, Max and team. We've got 2 more big events coming up. The first is this Monday. Join us in downtown Hamilton for the annual 4th of July parade. Thousands of people from all over the place converge on Main Street to watch as floats pass by celebrating the birth of our nation. Then in mid-July, all eyes are on the Mount Carmel Society's festival, 147 years strong, and it's still as great as the first one. Why? Well, it's the heart that goes into it. I caught up with Louis Pantalone to give us more insight.
So in 1875, the feast was started through our ancestors by Antonino Capelli on Pine Road. At that time, they were very thankful for the safe passage to the U.S., for their plentiful crops, and just to be here in America for the opportunity. They didn't have a statue, obviously, but they paid homage to our Blessed Mother by taking a picture of her and having a procession through the fields. The society is the founders of the feast and is the sponsors of the feast. Although it's associated with the church, it is our festival, our feast, and we are proud of that. The procession remained there for 10 years until the first Catholic church was brought into Hamilton. And then it actually moved from the Pine Road area, it actually moved to the Hamilton Lake. And then when the church was completed, it moved into St. Joseph's Church, where the procession and the masses would then be celebrated. A lot of people ask this why, how do you do this, how do you keep it going for 146 years? And the reason for that is you have to have a dedication to our Blessed Mother. If we lose that, then tradition is lost and the meaning of the feast is gone. I believe it's a culture that we're proud of. The Italians are very, very embracing, loving, festive, right? But religious, and the religious factor of this is very important. To continue something for this long says a lot about the commitment that the society has and the people of this town.
Well, folks, that does it for this month's episode. I hope you come back next month to see what's up next on Access Hamilton. I'll see you around town.